her poetry. You see, this disease of Zio-Jewish supremacy doesn't stop at Israel, does it? Lebanese children have been bombed to smithereens. It's not just Gaza. What they started in Gaza has ended up as the Dahiya doctrine for carpet bombing Beirut. And the children in Lebanon have been taken down in their tens of thousands as well. I've got a young lady from Lebanon here who's going to give us a little bit of poetry. Maybe next time they'll come and give us a talk. But you see, a cancer doesn't stay in one place. So when you say there's a one-state Israel solution, which is what we've got now, that's a cancer which will spread all over the world. And it is spreading. And we can give you the evidence, chapter and verse. But I'm going to give something to the youngsters, because the new generation is going to want more change than we were able to achieve in ours. And it's down to them now.
I'm here to read a piece of poetry that I wrote myself, and it's about, you've seen the people wearing black right now because we're doing a march for a thing called Karbala. Okay. So I wrote a poem about it, and this isn't against anyone, it's just what I believe in. Okay. The story of Karbala repeats again. The misery, the pain, the torture and oppression that happened back then. Yet still it continues till today. The children ask when they will be able to go outside freely and play. When the oppressors will leave them and go away. When they will stop worrying about needing to survive another day. This is something children wish every day. My people in Lebanon and Gaza that wish for their lands to be left alone, wanting and needing a place to call home. They ask for help, but it's like talking to a stone. But that's why we are here, to continue to speak up and make sure the world never forgets. Never forgets the pain of a mother that has had her child taken from her. Never forgets the children and families in Lebanon and Palestine. There is a genocide happening. We reject. An attempt to ethnically cleanse our land. We do not neglect. This is what they are planning, but they will never achieve this. Their power will come to an end, and we will continue to defend, because we already know what we are fighting for, and that our people will win no matter how much we endure. This has happened before, and we know how it will end. But we have to stay strong and never give up, because standing for justice always comes with a reward, no matter how long it takes, even if it comes with loss and heartbreak. It's a promise from God, and for this we take upon the lessons that we learned from the story of our beloved Imam Hussein, to continue his legacy like all the free people of the world, that regardless of their religion or race, we say no to injustice.
Bravo, bravo. Thank you so much. Look, the thing is, I've watched millions of people marching across this country. Good people, good hearts, but the leadership has let them down, because what have those marches achieved? We've got an anti-Zionist movement which hasn't been able to shift the British government even 1 inch. What can we do?
They've been trying to ban you, and they haven't banned you.
Yep.
So you've had the right to assemble, and you push the rights of all people that live in this country in the right to assemble. That is a victory in these totalitarian, authoritarian times.
I'll take that, but we need to do more. My thing is more. What is more? What more can we do to genuinely hold us back? You know, Laith Marouf, or do watch Free Palestine TV. Laith Marouf is the man. He is the man who's giving the line. Listen to Laith. Laith says very clearly, look, don't worry about Palestine. You people in the West, you need to liberate yourselves.
Exactly, education.
You got to liberate yourselves from the Zionist takeover of your governments. You've got to liberate your own people from the overtaking by Jewish and Israeli exceptionalism and by their political infiltration.
Hear, hear.
He says, liberate yourselves so that then you might be able to liberate Palestine. You will never be able to liberate Palestine until you, the European people, the British people, the English people, are liberated yourselves. They are enslaving us through every kind of high-tech, every kind of Palantir style AI, every kind of means of surveillance, every kind of means of creating national security bills to shut us up, to shut the journalists up, to shut the protesters up. They're carrying away little old ladies into prison. They're threatening every person who is against genocide with prison while they entertain the leaders of the IDF. People who've just killed kids are given red carpet treatment into this country, free access through the airports, free access into 10 Downing Street, free access to Parliament.
What about the IDF soldiers that are coming back to Golders Green?
Over 2,000 of them have been recorded. 2,000 IDF soldiers are here wandering around the streets of London, Golders Green, whatever. They could be living next door to you. If I said to you ISIS were being allowed in easily, that easily, if ISIS were being given visas, if ISIS were being taken to 10 Downing Street, if ISIS was being accommodated in houses next door to you, what would you think? What would you say? Why is it that IDF terrorists are allowed to come into our streets, our homes, our neighbourhoods without even a question?
Because MI5 and MI6 create these terrorists.
And the evidence for that is just look at Jolani in Syria.
Yes.
Whatever you believe about Syria, I'm not a pro-Assad guy, but I'll tell you one thing, Jolani is an MI5, MI6, CIA agent. That's how they work. He was the head of ISIS, the head of Al-Qaeda, and they are all in the same camp. We are being played. You are being played. We're being lied to. Now I'm going to soften it again.
Can I mention one thing briefly about that? Very briefly.
Sam, go,
Sorry, it was just Mohsin is asking about what we can do here in England. Here's one thing we can do. There are 3 doctors, among many others, who are really at the sharp end of the Jewish assault on our freedom of speech. I'm talking about Dr. Rahana Ali, the consultant neurologist, Dr. Rahmeh Aladwan, I don't need that. Dr. Rahmeh Aladwan and Dr. Ellen Creasles. They've all been fired from their jobs or suspended by the GMC has become basically an instrument of Jewish power here. It's absolutely awful. And Ellen and Rahmeh is actually going to be in the Central Criminal Court in March, I believe, on ludicrous charges of terrorism. Now, there are particular campaigns live at the moment that everyone here has to find and support with crowdfunding. One is from a group called they're short for HAC, Healthcare Workers Against Censorship. Go online, find the website and make a donation. They are bringing the GMC to the High Court to say you are not allowed as a regulatory body to police our speech. Our freedom of speech and our political views are not subject to professional oversight. And the other case then is Ranjit Brar. He is taking he wants that wretched document called the IHRA definition of anti-Semitism, we know that one, which basically says if a Jew doesn't like what you say, you're an anti-Semite. This is unbelievable. We can't have it, and Ranjit is at the sharp end. He wants that wretched definition to be removed from the NHS and indeed from all public bodies here. So support Ranjit in his case and the Healthcare Workers Against Censorship in their case.
What about Professor Miller?
Yeah, Dr. Miller will come on to it. I've got Maria Casegli who's actually doing something. Maria, if you could address us about Peace Strike.
Hello, hi. I'm going to talk about peace. How can we empower ourselves? That's the point.
Education.
Education, yes, of course. But the more we know, the more responsibility we have. And what we know what's happening in Palestine and all the horrors and all the slaughter, the genocide, is our responsibility now to do something about it. Now,
how are we going to do something about it?
How are we going to do something about it? Yeah, we empower ourselves. How do we do that? We empower ourselves by calling peace strikes, to go on strike for peace, which is, we can do that. What's been really sad is with these great marches that we've had all around the country for years and years and years, right back, if you go back to the Iraq War, we had a million people march. It was incredible. But those marches carried on and on and on. When the march finishes, it dissipated, and then we lose our power. Then we go through all the motions of doing all the social media, etc. People screaming out, and then we go back on another march. So how does the peace strike work? It's simple. Peace strike is on the website.
Yeah, but how does it work?
We, the people, ourselves, we call the strike, it's people-led. There's no organisation, it's not sponsored, there's no money involved. We call the strike ourselves. We have to coordinate it, obviously, on the same day. The next one we want is February the 9th of October.
How is a peace strike going to make the people with the power have to do something about Palestine?
Because we put them in a situation where they can't ignore us. So this is an international strike.
Well, I think, so telling the truth, anything where you say strike, where they say you don't work for a couple of days or you don't work, will not work. Okay. The only way you're going to stop these people from attacking Palestine is basically out their money. Everyone stop spending money for a day and see how much that hurts them. That will hurt them more than any strike.
That is all included in the peace strike. There's lots of different strikes. You can withdraw your labour for the day, right? But
go on.
Let her answer.
You can also not send your children to school on that day. You can also not buy on a one day of school. You would empower them. You would show them. You're going to be empowered today. We're going to stop what's happening in Palestine. That would be the best lesson that they could learn. Can you imagine? There's lots of different ways, so we don't spend on that day. It's creative. We're all creative people. We've all got amazing talents. So it's up to people also how to generate the strike that suits the area where you live in. You can call rallies, you can go and protest, you can put lots of banners up on the media. We're on strike today. Send it around the world.
Bring the British people on board.
Yes. Now, number one problem is, do you know where the problem comes from? Ourselves. Negativity. When you say we're going to go on strike, we're going to call a strike, everybody goes, oh my God, we can't do this. I've got to do this. I've got to do that. Exactly. We are our own worst enemy. We can do that. We can write the rules. Tomorrow is a blank page. It's up to us, the people, to define what we do in order to tell our government.
Costume. That's why you're wearing the Holocaust costume? Yeah? That's why it is?
Yes, that's right. Yes, because we're now...
Peaceful protest?
Yes. Yes, it is. That's another conversation, but all I'm saying to you, yes, that is great. No, it's just it's to raise awareness.
What's your gimmick?
It's to raise awareness.
Yeah, what's your gimmick? Zionism? Yeah, he's a Zionist.
Yes, but all I'll say is, I won't say any more than that, because but it's to raise awareness of the horrific things that the people of Gaza are being subjected to every day, and no matter what we do, up till now, nothing has been able to stop it. But collectively, yes, we can stop it. Because we are empathetic people. That's our campaign. We are empathetic people.
Down with Israel. Down with Zionism.
We know the Zionists are the scum of the earth. Scum of the earth.